What's up, everybody? This is Corey, Mission Side Hustle, and as you know, I am on a mission to grow $500 to $1 million. Currently on the journey, we are at $21,669. Now, we've been working at this for a year and a half, and we started with a scooter on Uber Eats. Then we made enough money to progress to a truck and started flipping furniture. Then we made enough money to buy a new truck and a trailer and start a junk removal company. But today, we make our first step to putting our money to work for us, and we make a substantial investment in none other than AMC stock. And I'm in it for the squeeze. Ain't that right, Kenny? So this all started about a month ago as I was starting to accumulate lots and lots of cash from Mission Side Hustle. We can't always put that money to use through flipping and other things like that, so we had to find some other ways to invest that money until we're ready to buy our first rental property. So I called my buddy Andy.
What up, player?
What's up, dude? I had a quick question for you.
Yeah.
I've been really wondering if I should like quadruple reverse mortgage refinance my house and my real estate properties and all my rentals and just YOLO it into AMC. What do you think? He's one of my closest friends. He's a really smart guy. I trust his opinion on a lot of matters. We're a lot alike. He's an entrepreneur like myself, and he's very financially savvy. So when he says that he's going for something, I kind of check that out too. And right then and there, I was hooked. Hey, while we're on the topic of stocks, if you guys would like some completely free stocks, check out my link to WeBull below. It's the platform that I've been using. I have really liked them. Just by opening an account, you guys will get a free stock, and if you make a deposit, I believe you get a second one for free. If you guys do that, make sure you let me know in the comments below what stock you get. I've always been curious what kind of stocks you guys are getting when you do that, so definitely let me know. I hope it's a good one. So after that conversation, I wanted to go ahead and take a shot, and I got really lucky. I bought into the market the morning that it went absolutely bananas. Now, before I tell you how much I invested and at what price, I want to go over those key points. So what's going on with AMC right now is called a short squeeze. And what that is when people short a stock, they are betting the stock is going to go down. When people find out that the stock is heavily shorted, people have been buying it in droves, causing the price to go up. And as that price goes higher, the people who would bet against the stock have to cover their positions, which feeds into the beast even more, makes the stock go even higher. So that's a very basic idea of what's going on right now. Now, it's absolutely not a fundamental play. It is not the same way that you would evaluate a stock like Amazon or Facebook or something else of that nature. This is based purely off of momentum and purely on the desire for that squeeze to occur. Ironically enough though, AMC as a company is actually in a fundamentally much better position than they were before all this occurred. They were able to sell a lot of the stock as the price increased, which allowed them to turn around, restructure a lot of their debts, and become a much better company financially. So it's pretty ironic how that worked out for them. What's really interesting though is on the surface, a lot of people think this is some kind of get rich quick scheme. And let's not pretend that a lot of this is not about the money, because it definitely is. Just like it's about the money for the shorts, it's also about the money for the apes too. Now, even as I say this, I will acknowledge this is a movement too. People are sick and tired of seeing market manipulation one way or the other, and people really just want fair and open markets. At this point, insiders have already spoken about it. It's been discussed on large platforms like Joe Rogan Experience with Adam Curry, that was pretty recent, as well as CNBC even slipped up and mentioned naked shorts a while back, which was hilarious and caught a ton of flack for that too. So just to wrap it all up, yes, AMC is absolutely about the money for a lot of people. There's this message that goes along with it that really resonates for me and a lot of other people, and that is a message that I'm on board with too. But let's talk about how I would play this one if I were not doing this from Mission Side Hustle, because I do have a side of me. I have personal finances, and then I have what occurs with Mission Side Hustle and the journey to $1 million. Now, personally, over the years, I've taken an approach of investing in broad market funds like the S&P 500 as a whole, as well as individual stocks that I really like and think have room to grow. I invested in Amazon years ago, as well as Facebook. And this is what I've done personally because I do take a long-term approach when it comes to building wealth. Mission Side Hustle, however, is a little bit more risky. And to be totally honest with you, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We've been grinding for a year and a half so we can build some cash and take some chances. I've bought new vehicles, I've bought different types of furniture to flip. Not everything always pans out. Now, investing in AMC for Mission Side Hustle, it is absolutely a risk. The stock could go to 0 tomorrow. It could also go to 1,000. I have no idea what's gonna happen. But you know what else is a risk? Buying a 1999 Ford F-250 with 150,000 miles on it to start a junk removal company. They could blow up tomorrow. I have no clue. Hopefully it doesn't. It could run for another 100,000 miles. We don't know what's gonna happen all the time. Being an entrepreneur, investing, starting a business, all this stuff is risky. It's always risky. There's no way to avoid it. So if you ask me, it doesn't bother me. I'm pretty tolerant with risk. It doesn't always bother me that much. I mean, today was a weird day in the market. It was pre-market. The day started off down like 12% and we ended the day up 6%. So this is a wild ride. I'm enjoying it. Now, one last note about stocks. Now, when it comes to Mission Side Hustle, we are definitely gonna do stocks that are more reminiscent of what I would do personally here in the future. However, when we're dealing with smaller dollar amounts, we're not gonna get a lot of growth off of these broad index funds like we would want to do for Mission Side Hustle right now. We could take $2,000 to $3,000 to go flip furniture and turn that into $5,000 or $6,000 possibly. So now at these dollar amounts, I don't want to invest in slower stocks to build wealth long term. That is something that I do personally, and I think most people should strive to do personally as well. With Mission Side Hustle though, we are being a tad bit more risky than I would generally be. So I do want to go ahead and acknowledge that. So here's what I bought. I'm gonna go ahead and put up a screenshot so you guys can see what I have, when I bought it, what I've sold so far, all that sort of stuff. Right now we have 112 shares of AMC. Our cost basis is about $47.07. Now, from that screenshot, you guys can see that I got in the day that it went crazy and started going really, really high, but I only had a little bit of money in WeBull at that time, and I had wanted to put in more, but I had to wait for the transfer to go through. So it definitely hurt me a little bit to not be able to invest that lump sum the day that it went crazy. But that just would have been dumb luck, honestly, if I would have invested that morning. So I bought and sold really quick just to scalp a little bit and then realized that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go ahead and buy for the long term and hodl this thing all the way to the squeeze. So that's when you guys will see I bought that 112 shares right around that $47 mark. So what I did to make this happen is I deposited $4,992 into that WeBull account because I already had $8 on there from a free stock that I had gotten before. That gave me a grand total of $5,000 to play with, which we spent it all on AMC. So based on all those activities and what we hold right now, our WeBull account is $5,243, because we're gonna go ahead and round up from that 42. So when you take into account our new value of the WeBull account, the cash that came out, but the stocks that we do now hold, our new channel net worth is $21,912, and I'll put those accounts on here so you guys can see what assets we have and how we get to that number. I always put that in the description, but I'm gonna go and try and put it up on here in the future so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.